Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to another song review. Today we're going to be listening to Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. It was the winner of last week's poll. I'll pop it in here for you to see. And in that poll, I did say, like I always like to do a little disclaimer when I know a song. I have heard this song before, but I don't really know what it's about. And I'm guessing it's the lead singer in the thumbnail, but I've never seen the band before. I didn't know that he looked like that. I see so much hair. So that's going to be fun to check out too. But yeah, I do know this song, but I just want to listen to it. It's been a while and we'll dig into the song together afterwards. And I'll let you know what I think of when I hear this song. Let me know what you think of. If it takes you back to a time or a show or anything like that, hint, hint, let me know. All right, let's pop our headphones on, turn it up, and here we go.
Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
He has thick hair too. Not just long, it is thick.
Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son.
So is the other guy the lead singer. They both lead.
Don't you cry no more.
Both lead. Does that even make sense? You know what I mean?
Masquerading as a man with a reason. My charade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, it surely means that I don't know. On a stormy sea of blue,
It's crazy seeing a face
like a ship on the ocean.
for this song I've heard for a while now.
But I hear the voices say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. No!
Wow. Keyboard, these bongos, these vocals. I never realized there were bongos in this song. There's a lot of things happening on this stage.
Carry on, you will always remember. Carry on, like an equal the splendor. Now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done.
like a xylophone behind the drummer, I think. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm seeing the logo just on the channel, like for Kansas, and I'm not sure if I'm right about this or not. Let me see if that's like the font, even in the background on this stage in the video, it reminded me of the font I've seen for the Doors. Is that similar or is that just my imagination? No, I'm wrong. I could have swore that like the shape of the letters and even the lines going through the letters was something that the Doors did, but I just looked it up on images and I don't see anything like that. So I guess I'm just wrong. So before I go into too much information, I found that the original lineup of the band, formed in Topeka in 1973, consisted of Phil Earnhardt drums, Dave Hope bass, Carrie Livgren guitar, keyboards, Robbie Steinhardt violin, vocals. I didn't even notice a violin. Maybe there wasn't in this song. I missed that if so. I mean, I didn't know there were bongos either, so you never know. And then Steve Walsh vocals, keyboards, and Rich Williams guitar. So oh, okay. Robbie Steinhardt is the one with the big hair. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. The guy with the big hair, Robbie Steinhardt. So is it safe to say that Carrie Livgren and Robbie Steinhardt are the main two? That's cool that he plays violin, though. I love violins. I just love the sound of it. I cannot play. I had one. It didn't work out, but I love it. So let me know what songs I should listen to with Kansas that are heavy on the violin. But I found an article on norselandrocks.com about this, and there's a lot of information, like a lot. So I'll leave the link below if you want to check it out. But it says here, Carry On Wayward Son is the first track on the fourth Kansas album, Left Overture, and the first single from that album. It remains the band's highest selling album, having been certified 5 times platinum in the United States. The Left Overture album did not only propel Kansas to international stardom, it also saved the band. None of their previous records had been big sellers, and the third album, Mask, from 1975, was even considered a commercial failure, although it had sold around 200,000 units. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a lot, but I don't know. The record company simply had higher hopes for them and felt the band played a progressive style and progressive rock that hindered their ability to get serious radio play. Kansas was signed to Don Kirshner's label. While Kirshner personally enjoyed the band's music and believed in them, he was forced to be a businessman and let them know that the next record was their last chance that they had to produce a hit record or be dropped by the label. Overwhelmed and distressed with the predicament, the band returned to their hometown of Topeka, Kansas. Did they call themselves Kansas because they're from Kansas? Is it as simple as that? To relax and begin writing for the next album. So it basically says that the band had enough songs to create an album. They were good songs, great even, and the songs started becoming really well rehearsed. It was time to pack up and head into the recording studio. That's when lightning struck again. The album that had been written and rehearsed did at that point not include Carry On Wayward Son. The track was a last-minute addition to the album and was almost not included. Can you imagine? I feel like that happens a lot with bands. Like they have an album ready to go and either they're not satisfied with it yet or the record label wants something different, and then that last song is like the song. You know what I mean? With a smile, Livgren remembers that the night before the last day of rehearsal, I went home and I wrote the song called Carry On Wayward Son. I sat down with a guitar and out it came. One note led to the next note. It just had a magical feel about it. I've never known how this happens. It just beams in. And it says that they knew right away that this song had that something extra that might save their careers. So this is where my interest peaks when the band talks about what the song's actually about. And it says here, in late 2011, Livgren stated in a short interview at his home that the lyrics were partially about himself and the struggles and pressures he was facing at the time when the band's career was on the line. The piano interlude and accompanying verse expressed how happy the band's success had made him, as well as how sad and fearful he was that it might possibly be over. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. However, the chorus expresses hope that everything will work out and that he must simply keep going. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. So I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense with, the pressure to have a hit album for their next album. But I always thought it was like about just somebody on like maybe even like a physical journey of like pushing forward, and eventually you will get there and you will succeed at whatever you set out to succeed or find or something like that. But this makes a lot more sense, and I like I like knowing that that's what that's about. Oh, but before I go, I wanted to tell you guys what I think of when I hear this song. And for me, I know a lot of you guys heard it a lot further back in your life than I have, or just in time than I have. But I always think of the TV show Supernatural because they played it a lot on there. And they're like on a mission to like hunt demons and, ghosts and everything else, all this supernatural stuff. So that was kind of their journey of carrying on, like to save people and everything else. So it makes sense for that too. I feel like you could probably apply it to a lot of different things. So let me know what you think of when you think of this song, or where does it take you? Like, what memory does it take you back to? A lot of you guys have been letting me know in older songs like this, like, oh, I remember being in my 20s and doing this, or seeing a show, or dating this person. And it's so fun to just know that this song has a different connection and a different meaning to so many people. Like, not even like the song and what it's about. It's just like what part of your life it takes you back to. And that's just so cool. That's another thing I love about music. It can kind of transport you back to when this was, a current song, or when you first heard it. So let me know. All right. I feel like this video was long. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but this was really fun. Like I said, let me know what else I should check out by Kansas, especially if there's any violin heaviness in some of those songs. I will bump those to the top of my list. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching along with me. I really do appreciate you being here and listening to all my rambles, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.